Hey everyone, I want to do a little video once a week. I always start off really well with these kinds of things in the league, doing updates for everybody, and I peter out, and I'm thinking maybe if I record video, it'll be a little bit easier for me to get my thoughts down quickly. We get just a couple days away from the first games, so it's coming up soon. Hope everybody's fired up. We've had 2 trades already in the league. Myself and Dad, I traded Mike Williams for A.J. Dillon, and Andrew flipped Fournette for the lovable Jamal Williams. I'm surprised to see Andrew get rid of Fournette. I think it was one of Andrew's favorite running backs of all time. Might still be. But he needed the depth. I'm gonna do something different each week. I wanted to give my thoughts on the draft. Thought everybody drafted really well. It'll be a very competitive league. There's no real front runner, really. Maybe other than the first team I'm going to talk about. Straight through. There's very few weak teams. The teams that got weakness in a couple positions, they're extra strong, and everywhere else. Should be a very exciting and competitive season. It always is. It has been for years in this league. This is definitely the hardest league that I play in. So let's see. Right off the bat, so I'm going to go in order. Andrew drafted a monster team. I feel like he's got a lot going on. Christian McCaffrey and Saquon Barkley as your running backs is just ridiculous. If Barkley can stay, if both of them can stay healthy, but especially Barkley, it's definitely the most talented pair of running backs in the league. Waller and Dak is super strong. Andrew could seriously have the top player at 4 different positions. I think Lockett was a steal where Andrew got him. He's got Michael Thomas coming back late. A lot going on. Andrew landed a bunch of Jags. I think it's a weaker bench, but it's still a really good team. So I think Andrew's a front runner as long as everybody stays healthy. It's kind of a glass cannon situation with Andrew. Let's see. David, I'm probably going to regret not taking Najee Harris in the second round. I think Najee was a really good pick. In the second round for David. A lot of Vikings. I thought David didn't like the Vikings, but he took the 2 best players to take on the Vikings. It's a good team for David, and it's a quintessential, just like Andrew was a quintessential Andrew team, taking strong guys throughout and a bunch of Jags players. David got Odell, who I know David loved Odell for a long time, and feels like David always ends up with a Giants wide receivers. David landed Galladay as well. Good team with David. I mean, Cook and Najee is going to be. It's going to be a lot of volume. I feel like it's a really nice team. And another quintessential team for my mom. Mahomes, Gronk, Kamara, and Mixon could be right up there with Andrews and David's top running backs. I said on draft night that Mom drafted a mystery meat bench. If just 2 of those guys, if one of those guys hit, her team is going to be shredding. Very good team. Gotta love Mom's dedication to her favorite players. I landed almost all my favorite guys. I'm sure I'll touch on that as we get to the guys that I wish I had gotten. Zeke and Gibson, I'm pretty pleased. I mock drafts this league like a million times, and I never allowed myself to take Gibson. I figured Gibson would be long gone by the time I got back to me in the second. So I'm very pleased with that. And I can't believe I landed Pitts, too, in a league with a bunch of Falcons fans. So pretty excited. I've never had an A.J. Brown in the third I felt like was stealing. I've never had A.J. Brown on a team. He's someone I've always wanted to have, and was jealous of him on other teams. So I'm pretty pleased with what I got rolling. Still, there's still guys I want. I sent a trade out to Willie for Antonio Brown, and obviously it was not enough. I got my eyes on Antonio. So Willie, if you want to get rid of Antonio, I'll probably trade away too much for him. Let's see. Dad took Chubb with his first pick, which was against what a lot of people say you're supposed to do, but I think it's a great pick. He's going to be the hammer for that team the whole year, in a year that they should be Super Bowl bound, possibly. And Chubb plus Clyde Edwards-Helaire could be absolutely ridiculous if they can get Clyde Edwards-Helaire back on track. Dad probably has the tallest wide receivers in the league. Hopkins, Julio, Chase Claypool, and now he's got Mike Williams. 4 huge, tall guys that'll go up and get the ball. I think it's a good team. And he stole Mecole Hardman from me. I wanted Mecole real bad, but there was just so many good guys all the way through the draft that I just kind of slipped my mind. So I'm sure that'll be fun to get him going if he ever gets his boneheaded ways out of there. And Justin Herbert's a great pick. I like that team. I think Susanna had an excellent draft, blew me away. Henry and Metcalf are the first two picks for her team. Is just ridiculously good. Her first two picks could probably beat up everybody else's first two picks. Just monster guys, big old huge dudes. Took Mostert from me. I was kind of hell bent on getting a piece of the San Francisco run game, and I missed. I know I sighed. I think I heard mom and dad sigh when we were all drafted together when Susanna took Mostert. I helped Susanna. Like I didn't help her. Like I gave her advice, and she would kind of when she was presented which players she was thinking about, and I just told her she was on the right track. I never told her what to take. But after about the fourth or so pick, I essentially stopped talking to her and let her do her own thing. She ended up the whole team is solid. A bunch of Bears players, which there should be on the upswing. I think it's a really good team. Just right in there in the pack. She'll do a good job. Aunt Stacy with Hill and Eckler for her first two picks. She's got the most UGA players. She got stinking Sermon. I was sure that Sermon would make it all the way back. I thought, okay, well there goes Sermon and Mostert, the two 49ers backs. I'll definitely be able to land one of them. But Susanna and Aunt Stacy, Stacy took Sermon first, and then on the way back, Susanna got Mostert. So, Stacy ended up with the most UGA players: Swift, Sony, and Roquan Smith. Another solid team from Aunt Stacy. She always ends up putting together a really good team. We got to figure out a way to get. I see Yahoo doesn't quite give me enough like options, but I was thinking we could do like not a super flex because then you can start a quarterback, but a flex where you can have a kicker, so Aunt Stacy can get good old Blankenship on her team, and that'd be a legit like strategy to have a kicker on your flex because that's like. Guaranteed like 10 points every single time. So we'll look into that. Something to think about for the future. Let's see. Austin, the solid team. He's probably got the best IDP in the league. He broke the seal on IDP and got that. I can't remember his name right now. That guy on the Colts, that young dude. Aaron Jones and Ridley is a great two picks. I had Aaron Jones on my team last year, and it was better than Zeke last year, that's for sure. I think Ridley has a chance to be number one wide receiver overall. Two, like a top three, maybe top two quarterback and a top tight end as well. Really solid team from Austin. And Willie has definitely the best wide receivers in the league. Diggs, Adams, and Keenan Allen is just crazy. The Rodgers-Adams stack is probably going to be just freaking nasty. It's they're saying it's the last dance or whatever. He's going to be trying to set the record, just like Brady. I keep saying that Brady's going to set the record for touchdowns this season. I think Rodgers got a great chance to do so too. And the passing games for Adams and Diggs goes through them. It's just really good wide receivers. I'm worried about Willie's running backs. For as good, he's got far and away the best wide receivers. He probably has far and away the worst pair of running backs. But if Mike Davis can hit, he'll be just fine. Craig went with Kelsey and Jonathan Taylor, two super solid picks. Especially Taylor. Early in the offseason, Taylor was going a lot earlier, and when all the stuff about everybody getting hurt on the Colts came out, they moved Taylor down. Everybody's healthy. I don't know why they fell so far. Why he didn't get moved back up into like top 6 or 7 pick overall. He's gonna carry the ball a lot for them behind probably the best offensive line in football. Kelsey, like I said, Kelsey's a great pick. He's like the second in yards last year amongst all players, something crazy like that. And he's a tight end. But you got to mention Craig took J.K. Dobbins. He went down, got hurt, out for the season. So that puts a big chunk out of Craig's team. But Craig will manage. Like it'll be a solidly managed team. And Craig's got the first waiver pick on that first week. So if he hits with that, takes a risk and gets somebody good, he'll be just fine. Like I said, everybody's rock solid. There's really not a team that stands out as bad. It's going to be super competitive as always. This is something I'll try to do. Try to keep it brief, just 10 minutes. Good luck, everybody. Hope you enjoy the game on Thursday, and then Sunday starts. Football starting. Can't believe it. Yep. Talk to you all soon. Good luck, everybody. Bye bye.